I've asked myself many RuneScape related questions over the years. Back in the day, the questions were simple. How do I get to Varrock? Can you really trim my armor? Does level 99 prayer really give you the ability to fly? Fast forward to today, and the only question I'm asking myself are why are Neve's thighs so goddamn thick? Unfortunately, we will not be answering any of these questions today. What we are going to talk about though are farming contracts, and more specifically, if hard contracts are really that much better than medium ones. Even if you've never heard of farming contracts before, I'll go over them completely and tell you everything you need to know about them. So pull up them britches, light up that Renar weed, and prepare yourself for the Confederacy to rise again, because we're talking farming contracts, partner. And for them yellow bellies that want to skip around, I'll be leaving timestamps on screen for y'all now. For those of you that don't know, when the Farming Guild was added into RuneScape, Jagex also added a new system in which you can be given a task to grow a specific plant inside the Farming Guild that is appropriate for your farming level. Guildmaster Jane, who resides at the front of the guild, will let you select one of 3 farming contract levels and assign a random plant for you to grow in the guild from the difficulty you selected. These contracts do not net you extra experience. Instead, what you are rewarded with is a pack of seeds. Depending on what crop you had to plant, you can easily make a decent profit from opening up a seed pack, and it's always recommended to make them a normal part of your farming runs. My question, however, stems from the first segment of that last sentence. Depending on what crop you had to plant. As I reached the farming level appropriate for some hard contracts, I started to receive tasks that required more expensive crops to plant. I was curious if the seeds I received would net more of a profit than just doing a medium contract instead, since the plants for medium contracts are generally less expensive to grow. I also assumed doing a higher level contract would equate to a higher level reward, right? I never really looked at the numbers or paid too much attention to the rewards. I would shrug and think, they're probably worth it statistically, and continue working on my hard contracts like the sheep I am. The past 2 hard contracts I received were both for magic trees. This is a bit expensive, being close to 200k with the 25 coconuts included. On paper, I would already have to make over 200k from the seed packs to even start making a profit. This is really what had me wondering if the hard contracts were even worth it or not. The short and simple answer is that yes, you should always pick the highest level contract you can accept. But there is a catch to that, which I'll explain in just a minute. First, I want to talk about how much the seed packs are actually worth. According to the wiki, on average, a hard contract seed pack will be worth around 90k, a medium contract will be worth around 40k, and an easy contract will be worth around 10k. Now I should note that you can actually get a bit more specific with the profit. Each plant you can grow, no matter what difficulty contract you have, also has a tier rating of 1 to 5. Higher tier plants will net you better seeds in your seed pack. I feel explaining the intricacies of this system can complicate things a little bit, so I'm just going to leave a link down below if you want to look into that yourself. All that you really need to remember is that you should pick the highest difficulty contract you can because they are more profitable, with only one real exception, which I'm going to talk about right now. Pro tip 1. When I'm starting a hard contract, the only thing I really watch out for are expensive plants to grow. It mostly boils down to trees because saplings can easily eat away at any profit you made from your seed pack, and they take quite a long time to grow compared to the other plants. The solution to this is really quite simple. Guildmaster Jane can cancel your task and give you an easier one. This does technically lower how much profit you will get from your seed pack, but it's still better than not turning a profit at all, and it's definitely going to be faster than waiting for a tree to grow. Generally, whenever you see anything more expensive than the average reward of your seed pack, you'll want to cancel it. Pro tip 2. Something a lot of players like to do at the Farming Guild is pre-plant their crops. Without checking their health or harvesting them, you want to plant a few different crops and save them for use only when they come up as your contract. It's possible to chain a few contracts in a row because you had the Farming Guild pre-planted and ready to go. For example, we can see that the white lilies are the only flower task under the hard contract category that you can receive. It simply makes sense to have them planted and ready to go since it will always be the correct plant to use in the flower spot at the Farming Guild for hard contracts. This concept can also be applied to planting trees. Sure, you're still probably not going to make as much profit, or you might even go negative depending on what tree it is, but you can negate the time it takes to grow the actual tree. It's really up to you if you think it'll be worth it. I personally do pre-plant trees just because I still like the big XP drops every now and then. In the end, farming contracts are more than worth your time, and you should always pick the highest level contract you can accept. It really is a great time efficient way to make some decent money at all levels. And that about wraps everything up here. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a thumbs up, maybe share it with your friends. It would really mean a lot to me. Also, if you have any burning questions about farming contracts, or RuneScape in general, feel free to ask me. My channel is forever in baby mode, but that makes it very easy to reply to anyone that has a question. That's all for now though. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.